Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, today we are here to talk about something very important. The topic of today's debate is that more funding is key to fixing Australians' mental health crisis. First of all, when defining mental health, our emotional, psychological and social well-being are all included. It affects how we think, feel, act and determines how we handle stress, relate to others and make life choices. Chris, Simon and myself all have a strong affirmative belief on this topic, as we believe mental health deserves a better chance. We understand that more funding will not fix mental health. Instead, it is vital to help reduce the crisis that is occurring within Australia. Firstly, I will be talking about the understanding of mental health and the mental illness prevalence. After responding to our opponents, Chris will address the current funding structure and how improvements can be made to help benefit those with mental health conditions. Lastly, Simon will conclude our debate by giving a summary of our arguments and adding any lasting comments. The first point we want to address is how increased funding could impact the current understanding of mental health and possibly eliminate the stigma that accompanies it. In Australia, 1 in 5 people will experience some form of mental illness each year. Attitudes and beliefs around mental illness are shaped by personal knowledge about the condition. When attitudes and beliefs are expressed positively, they can result in supportive and inclusive behaviours. When attitudes and beliefs are expressed negatively, avoidance, exclusion, and in the worst case, abuse and discrimination may occur. This can create negative stigma, which has been described as a cluster of negative attitudes and beliefs that motivate the general public to fear, reject, avoid, and discriminate against people with mental illnesses. Due to the lack of knowledge around mental health, these negative beliefs exist, resulting in unfair and wrongful treatment. Therefore, by improving funding to increase media exposure and greater awareness of mental health, we can aim to eliminate the stigma, resulting in individuals being able to lead a happier life and provide them with the greatest opportunity to overcome their illnesses. We believe that funding of mental health services and research must increase due to the increasing rate of mental health disorders. Funding for mental health should fairly reflect the prevalence of illnesses in society and the growing need for improved knowledge of mental disorders. As Australians, we deserve services and treatments that are evidence-based and effective. Therefore, further research is required. Mental health is the third major contributor to the burden of disease and affects around 20% of the Australian population. But surprisingly, the government only includes mental health in 8% of the health budget and 3% of the research budget. Mental health needs their fair share of the health budget because there is no health without mental health.